Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm prepping my page with gesso here. And then using my green chalk paint by Little Birdie, I use my baby wipe to apply the color. It's a quick and effective way of filling up blank canvas. Most of the time with this technique, the spine area is missed out. Hence, I usually use a paintbrush and use the leftover paints to blend in those areas. Here I wanted to try out my new gold acrylic paint I got from Daiso. Using the same used baby wipe, I randomly dab the paint here and there. It's a pretty light, subtle gold. Here I have a script clear stamp I got off Lazada. I'm using my brown archival ink pad by Tsukiniku for this. Just randomly stamping here and there for some interest. I will be using another clear background stamp of musical notes. I have these cutouts of tissue paper prints laying around, and I thought of making some use of it for my art journal spread. Here's my white PVA glue. To use those cutouts, I need to make decoupage glue, just this glue and water. I'm randomly aligning and pasting them on the sides of the spread with some protruded edges. These die cuts are basically a collection of vintage items. I rarely do vintage themes in any of my journals. Creative journal, bullet journal. So I thought, why not use this for my mixed media journal? Here's a diamond-shaped Harley Quinn pattern stencil that I cut using my Cricut machine. I plan to use it there and there. It's a pretty thin stencil. Here's my Winsor & Newton modeling paste. I'm using just part of the stencil. Using my light brown acrylic paint by Folk Art, I'll be giving these 3D textures some color drips. I love drip effects on my art journals. They look good. So once dried, I'm trimming off all those protruded cutouts using my penknife. Then with my rounded corner puncher, I also trimmed out all those corners. Time for some splatters. Just some brown watercolor. Next, using my Ranger Vintage Photo ink pad, I gave the edges some border. I thought my spread needed a focal image. Sure, most of my vintage cutouts here are pretty popped out, but I wanted one lone special one. So I chose this Eiffel Tower from the same collection batch. Here's making a quick small batch of decoupage glue again. That's my matte medium. I realized I wanted to give the Eiffel Tower some India ink shadow. Should have just used this earlier to paste it down really. I needed that non-porous matte texture for my next plan. So that's the brown India ink. Better shake the bottle first. I'm not too satisfied with how the ink's effect look here, so I'm trying to use my cheap dollar store crayons to try fix it. Next, here's my Tim Holtz journaling quote sticker pad. I chose the quotes, "Adventure awaits you. The journey is the destination." Using my matte medium gel, I secure them down on the page. Then, with my charcoal pencil, I gave the quote a shadowy underline. With my black acrylic ink, I try to give the spread its final touches. Splatters. So that's it for the spread. It's not like my usual style of art journaling. I seldom do vintagey themes, but I wanted to make use of this stash. Well, thank you guys for watching. Happy journaling. Bye.